Now it's time for Billy C's Boxing on TV ratings. And basically, we have two, which I'm going to go with right now. First and foremost, the fight that we've been all talking about on HBO. It was Miguel Cotto against Daniel Geale. Now, I rated that fight a 5, which is excellent. I said it was excellent because Cotto looked very good against a legitimate middleweight in Daniel Geale. He showed great movement, took care of business in an entertaining way. I rated it a 5, which was excellent based on the quality of the fight, not some of the other issues, like maybe Geale wasn't that good, maybe Geale should have continued, all of those things. But I have to rate it as an excellent matchup because it was entertaining. It did look good on paper, and it was exciting. I don't give out excellence often, but when I do, I drink. Oh no, it's a different commercial. But anyway, I rated it an excellent. As far as the undercard, I give it a 2, unsatisfactory. You know why? Because there was no undercard. I know Cotto is generally a pay-per-view fighter right now, but I feel anytime a fight is on a premier cable network, and in this case HBO, we need to see 2 fights. No matter who the main event is, I feel we need to see 2 fights. I had to rate this because we only saw 1 fight as unsatisfactory. They get a 2. As far as the crowd, I scored a 5, another excellent. The Barclays Center was packed and jacked up. All of New York was jacked up with the Triple Crown winner, American Pharaoh, winning out the Belmont earlier in the day. Then Cotto's performance, man, I could see where the action and everything was at such a high level. I rated it excellent. As far as the officials, I scored a satisfactory. It was 1 fight, didn't go to scorecards, couldn't criticize it. Harvey Dock, I think he did a perfect job, but it was him by himself. So satisfactory. They get a 3. And as far as the broadcast team, as much as I'm bored to death with Jim Lampley and Roy Jones and Max, I scored it a very good. I thought they were solid. They did a good job. The broadcast team was solid this week, maybe only for 1 fight. It was better than normal for the modern, more recent Lampley. And Max and Roy Jones Jr. Were okay. Max is generally solid. Roy sucks. I can't stand Roy as a commentator anymore. But I thought that between all of them, I rated them a very good, which was a 4. When you add it all up, it scored a 19 overall, which averages out to a very good rating. And the other fight was NBC, a Premier Boxing Champions. The main event, based on the excitement level, the amount of action, and most of all, the suspense, I had to rate the Guerrero-Martinez fight as a main event as excellent. There's another 5 for you. I had to. I believe that Robert Guerrero is finished. He's done. Kaput. Morte. All right? But that's another story. As far as the fight itself, I thought it was entertaining. It had to get an excellent, and it was on network television, man, in the afternoon. How can I not give it a 5? As far as the undercard, I score that a 4, which is a very good. Both were showcase fights, but both of these fights were entertaining. When isn't a Vic Darchinyan fight entertaining? But I just felt that Jesus Cuellar was just way too big and strong and young to let Darchinyan do much. But I actually enjoyed watching the fight for as long as it lasted. As far as the Dominic Brazil and Yasamini Consugura fight, heavyweights are always fun to watch, but all I could say is Dominic has a long way to go to even be considered close to entertaining. But overall, I rate the undercard a 4, which is a very good. As far as the crowd, I give it a satisfactory, which is a 3. Actually, even though the Staples Center is so big, I kind of expected a bigger crowd, especially since The Ghost is a local fighter. I think it tells you something. I rated it as satisfactory. It was a big venue, but there wasn't a lot of people, and they weren't that jacked up either. As far as the officials, I rate that a number 1, poor. The referee had no business letting Vic Darchinyan continuing after that knockdown. He was staggering around. He could hardly put his gloves up. But even if you give him a pass for letting him up, maybe he sees his eyes are clear. Maybe the referee had a better view than us. To me, it's just totally unacceptable as a professional referee to not be in a position to see a corner throw in a towel. This especially is coming from a fighter who just got up off the canvases and was questionable whether he should have been allowed to continue. I just can't believe that he had his back turned. People are going crazy. The corner was trying to stop the fight to protect their fighter, and the referee was terrible. Add to that the judge who had the balls to score 97-92 in favor of Guerrero is either blind or simply corrupt. There's no other way to say it. You can't put it any other way. Listen, this fight was close, 95-94, 95-95. I'm okay with 95-94 going either way. I'm okay with a draw. But 97-92, come on. That's out there. I had to rate based on that and the terrific job. I said horrific, not terrific, horrific job of refereeing by the referee in the Victor Chini and Cuellar fight. It gets a pour. And finally, the commentating, I scored it a 3, a satisfactory. Look, Sugar Ray Leonard and BJ Flores, to me, are tops. Marv is very good and seems to have become comfortable with the sport of boxing. But the reason I just can't rate over satisfactory this week is because of Daniel Jacobs. Listen, Daniel Jacobs is a great story inside the ring. Fine, okay? However, I feel he's grossly overrated as a fighter. He was basically given his title, and his commentary work is awful. It's god-awful. Okay, when I would rather listen to B-Hop with a microphone over Jacobs, what does that tell you? I don't think anybody should even walk in front of Bernard Hopkins with a microphone, let it give it to him. And I'd rather listen to him than Daniel Jacobs. The kid is terrible. I just don't get it, man. Why they were putting him in front of that. The rest of the crew was really good. Like I said, BJ, Marv, and Sugar Ray Leonard, tops. But Daniel Jacobs prevents them from getting over a rating of 3, which is satisfactory. When you add it all up, it comes out to 16. It averages out to 3.2, which gives us a overall rating of satisfactory. Now, if you're looking for the current year-to-date ratings, go up on www.billycboxing.com. And under the TV ratings section, you'll see the number of events we've rated for each network and what their rating is, their year-to-date rating, as well as you can go back and listen to all the breakdowns of the ratings as we've been doing them this year. So all of that is up on our website, www.billycboxing.com. Hey, listen,